I glance you around the room, Richard. I see you've got rather lots of rock samples. That's the project you're engaged with right now, is that?
Yes. I use some of the minimum funding that Deep Forest Green has got to pay a token price for a collection that was being got rid of by Brighton College, their whole geology collection. It's something in excess of 1,300 samples, and it covers mineralogy, petrology, and mostly fossils. Some very nice stuff, and a lot of it's been rather badly handled by generations of kids. I took it on because the government has cancelled geology as a special subject,
Right.
and as we are a mining nation, shutting down the mines is not a good idea, because we have to keep the technology alive, and that's in living practice. And the government has different views on that. It has shut a lot of those subjects down. So what Deep Forest Green is trying to do is build a unit that can take samples, maps and informations to a school on a pre-arranged visit basis, and keep the subject alive as a taught subject, so that people can take the subject up at university level. At the present moment they're being prohibited from that, along with a lot of other earth science and subjects that are being stopped by the government to save money, they say. I personally don't believe it's to save money. I think there are more Machiavellian reasons behind it.
Do you think museums nowadays, Brighton Museum for example, which has just been refitted, do you think they're more in the entertainment business than the educational?
Certainly they are. It is entertainment rather than the knowledge. The situation has got so bad that I can quote you an instance. In Ireland you have Queen's University, Belfast. They threw their geological collection out into skips.
Right.
They needed the space for something else. This is not uncommon. This sort of thing is happening in different subjects all over England. Libraries are being destroyed, sample collections are being destroyed. It's all being thrown out because it cannot get the government funding to support it.
And you think the government have deliberately withholding funding?
They are. There's no thought about it. They have been told that these will no longer be supported. So what if you've got a limited budget to do a massive job on, what do you do? I don't blame the universities. They're caught in a cleft stick. So what my little charity is trying to do is find a start to set matters right. You see, if we can provide the teaching staff for, shall we say, an intensive term, so that the subject can be taken to a qualification level, be it O-level or something like that, we kept the subject alive, and the school doesn't have to have a geology master on its pay. And so there are savings. The idea is not originally one of mine. It is one that was given to me by Ken Grocott, who is the Master of Geography up at Brighton College.
Oh yeah.
And it was from his contact that I got the collection in my present moment, which must be finished to be catalogued and got out of this place because I want my flat back.
So how long will it take you to do the
I
full
don't
job?
know. There are degrees of this subject that I'm not that expert in, but the whole thrust of it is that at some point in the foreseeable future we're going for our own university. We're striving hard to create an environmental university where all the environmental subjects are taught, and they're taught without industrial interference, as is happening with the universities now, where certain subjects are supported because they have commercial use.
Because environmental science, it wasn't a degree subject years ago when I could have done something like that. It seems to be a new, very much. I meet a lot of people who are in the green movement. They've got degrees in that, or MAs.
That's right. My old university, UEA, they started it, and they're still the front runner on it. Although I wasn't studying at the University of East Anglia, that I was studying various archaeology and history related and language related subjects.
So it's very much how they all tie up. Environmental science.
Everything ties up. Knowledge is knowledge, To pigeonhole knowledge is to create ignorance.
That's a very good quote.
But it's true. Knowledge on its own is useless. Knowledge in its application is power. If you know a secret and that secret is of no relevance, what's the point? You can't control or do anything with it, but if it is crucial to what is happening at that moment, then it is power. And only then.
So you've got a lot of power, do you think? In a way.
There are a lot of people in high places who do not look upon me with charitable glance. I have upset a lot of people because I happen to like the truth. I think the truth is a very healthy thing. Even if I personally become the castigation of truth, if that occurs, then I've done something untowards. I don't mind that. You know.
You follow where your researchers go and you just flow on to the next thing if it connects.
Yes. But at present moment I do a lot of researching to finding viable answers. The one we're working on this coming year is the problem of disused mines poisoning rivers. And I've got an answer. And the answer turns the poison into profit. And the application is exceedingly cheap. You know, now that's a good answer, isn't it? If you can take the pollution and make money out of the pollution and prevent that pollution entering the water system, then you've got a double hit. You don't have to spend money on cleaning it. All you need to do is spend money on harvesting it.
Thanks, Richard.